Hi everyone, welcome to the very first lesson in our HTML front-end course. I'm Naitik and I'm super excited to help you start your journey into web development. Today we're going to start with a very basic but a super important question. What is HTML? Let's dive in. So HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Think of it as the backbone of every web page you see. Every web page, every website will use HTML. It's like the base of every website. It doesn't make things look good because it's just a standard language for web pages. And it doesn't make things move. These all come under CSS and JavaScript. However, HTML gives the basic structure. It gives us the paragraphs, the images, headings, buttons, all are divided using our HTML tags. Few of the tags are like the HTML tag, the P tag for paragraphs, and the IMG tag for the images. Now let's go into a bit of history. So HTML was invented in 1991 by Tim Berners-Lee. He was the same person who made the World Wide Web. The first version of HTML only had 18 tags. That was released in 1991. However, right now, with the introduction of HTML5 in 2014, we have a lot more features such as the videos, audios, graphics, and even a lot more cool features. Now, let's look into why we need our HTML. So, HTML is the foundation of every website. No matter how simple or complex, every website contains HTML. And then it defines what shows up on the screen and how things are grouped. It's used with CSS and JavaScript to enhance the web page, making it more attractive to our users. And HTML runs in every browser, whether it be Google, Microsoft Edge, or even Safari in Apple. Without HTML, browsers wouldn't even know what to display. So now here is HTML in action. This is a small code that displays hello world as a text in a web page. So let's paste this code in our IDE and see how it will run. So this is our code, paste it in the IDE, and now we are going to run it in our web browser. You can use any IDE you want, such as Notepad or Notepad++. I'm using Visual Studio Code. Now let's run and debug. So as you can see over here, that this is showing hello world and this is my first web page. Okay. So this was our web page. Now let's discuss some key features of HTML. HTML is platform independent, which means it will run on any device. This means that you do not necessarily need a desktop or a laptop to run HTML. You can even run it on your phone, on your tablet, or even on your TV. HTML is easy to learn. It's one of the easiest programming languages compared to C, C++, and even Python. HTML works with other web technologies, so that means you can run your HTML web page on all your web browsers. That includes Chrome, Firefox, and even Microsoft Edge. Now, let's look at a fun fact. You know that the first ever website made with HTML is still online? Yes, you can check it out at the URL shown in the screen. It's a very simple website, but it is a piece of history since it is the first website. Now, let's take a recap of what we have learned in our first session. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language and is a programming language. HTML was created in the early 90s by Tim Berners-Lee, who even created the same World Wide Web. HTML is the backbone of all websites. You need HTML to run every single web page, be it how small or how big. So now, in our next lesson, we learn to make our first HTML page. For now, time to write your own code. Thank you.